Imagine this. You just completed a 6-hour training program with your team. They took notes, they nodded along, they asked decent questions. You walked out feeling like real progress happened. 1 week later, a client calls about an endorsement the training covered in great detail, and your account manager freezes. Blank stare, reaches for her notes, the training might as well have not even happened. If that hits close to home, hear me out. This isn't your team's fault. It's not a motivation problem. It's not a hiring problem. It's a biology problem. And until our industry confronts it, we'll keep pouring money into training that evaporates. Here's what's happening inside your team's head. Back in 1885, psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus mapped out what we now know as the forgetting curve. The numbers are brutal. Within 1 hour of learning something new, the average person's lost 50%. Within 24 hours, 70%'s gone. Within a month, 90%'s disappeared. That's not a flaw, that's the default state of our human brains. Now think about what that means for insurance. The industry spends roughly $1,300 per employee every single year on training. Multiply that across your agency and realize that the vast majority of that's going to be lost to biological memory decay because the training was delivered in a way the brain never was designed to absorb. Here's what's making insurance especially vulnerable. You don't use every coverage form daily. You don't encounter every endorsement weekly. Insurance knowledge is complex, it's technical, and critically, it's low frequency recall. You train on an inland marine endorsement, then you don't see it for 3 months. By then, the forgetting curve has already done its work. In other fields, daily repetition rebuilds what you forget. In insurance, it doesn't. If your training doesn't account for that gap, you're fighting biology with hope, and biology will win every single time. Now, here's what's frustrating me most. I've sat in a room where agency owners say, my team just doesn't care enough to put in the energy to remember this stuff. And I understand the frustration, but it's wrong. Memory decay isn't a reflection of effort. It isn't a reflection of intelligence. It's a predictable biological process. And when someone forgets what you trained them, it's evidence the training was designed for delivery and not retention. The industry's confused those two things for decades. Recognition is not recall. Picking the right answer from 4 options on a CE quiz isn't the same as pulling it from memory when a client's on the phone. The industry built its training around recognition, and then it acts surprised when recall fails. This is why I wrote the book Retain. Not because I wanted to do something fun, exciting, new, and just go do a ton of research, but to solve a problem I kept watching destroy real expertise. Smart, motivated professionals plateauing because the systems around them were built for compliance, not mastery. Here's what I want you to hold on to. The forgetting curve is the default, but not the destiny. Ebbinghaus didn't just discover the problem. The research since has mapped the solution. Spacing reviews at precise intervals fundamentally changes that curve. Your team can retain what they learn, but only if the system is built for it. I won't unpack all of that here. That's what this series is for. But walk away knowing this. There's a better way. It's not theoretical, and it'll change how you think about every training dollar you spend. Memory is your professional moat. It separates competent professionals from the truly great ones. And it's time you start building it on purpose. This is the first video in my series on learning and development. And if you lead a team or train an insurance team, click the subscribe button to get more insights just like this.